block feature is quite literally the most beautiful thing, and I never understood the people that argued that blocking or removing someone and stopping them from having access to your life derails your power. Oh, I don't want them to think I care if I unfollow them on IG or block their number. So you're telling me you respect and love them more than you do yourself. A person that broke up with you, stopped being friends with you, hurt, harmed you, disrespected you. You prefer to keep their peace and not disrupt their environment, but keep disrupting yours. And to those that say that they don't care, that the person does, and it's just a person they follow, and it doesn't bother them, then they don't understand they are what they consume, including visuals of that person's life, and abrupt messages showing up on their phone, disrupting their peace no matter how emotionally in control you think you are. And you just giving them access to yours as well by allowing them to view your life through your socials. Because socials is access. Even if you don't post often, you're telling them we're cool. Are you? Block them, remove them, especially if it was someone that was high on your life capacity. Meaning you saw them every day, you talked to them often about your inner self, you love them. Your capacity in life will still include that person that no longer aligns with you because you are giving them access in any tether to your life and theirs. By giving them the ability to pop up on your phone, whether through a text, a call, a voicemail, social media, I don't care, LinkedIn, and the problem with that is take a messy room. Even when you're cleaning it, you don't know where to start or what's the biggest mess, especially the more it builds up. So if you keep allowing things in your room or in your life that serve no purpose and are just taking up space and clutter, and you don't have proper inventory into why they're there, why that person's there, why the situation's there, why are you giving that energy to in your life, that's how your life will be. A messy room. No design, no visual, no mental clarity, nothing. Just a junkyard of your past and things of your present you didn't even pick. Organize your life like you organize your room. You want to be clean girl aesthetic? Do the same with the people and the situations in your life. That's clean girl. Her peace, her ability to choose with clarity and conviction. Her heart, her mind, her soul, her intelligence, her wisdom, her eyesight, what she's consuming day to day. Mental storage is sacred like her physical body and her life. She takes it seriously because it is who she is intrinsically. And at the end of the day, that's all the baddie has. That's all a baddie has. Clean your socials. And after that, a great place to cleanse things and start on things that no longer serve your life and its capacity is see where and how much energy you give to the gossiping, especially around people's lives, situations, or things that are no longer part of your reality or even part of your reality to begin with. This includes celebrities, influencers, the news, work things outside of your scope. Is that how you want to fill your life and the vast yet little capacity you have currently? Please ask yourself why. Is this serving the people or situation around me? Gossiping and commenting on what they do or lack thereof? 100% of the time, it's a no. It's a clear no. There is no ifs or buts there. Ask yourself, is this making me feel good? If so, why? Why is talking and commenting about people's lives that have nothing to do with you making you feel so good? Maybe just like doom scrolling, you need to realign where you're sourcing your happiness. And I say this with all the love. Audit your life in what you give your energy and receive energy from. Because at the end of the day, it is all that you are. It is all that you become. It is all that your past will be. Just as easily as you enter the future, it becomes the past. 2 seconds ago, that was the past. It's so important to truly love yourself, respect yourself, align yourself, and give to yourself continuously, because that's how easily we lose ourselves. Nothing without maintenance can be maintained, and I'm going to repeat that. Nothing without without maintenance can be maintained. It's consistent energy that gets you places. So, what are you consistently giving your energy to? Stop lying to yourself for once, and the universe and God, and I swear, God will be honest and generous with you too. And when I say God, I also mean the universe, the central energy, whatever it is that you choose to believe, that force will be so nice to you as long as you are honest and respect yourself. What I want you to take away from this video, if anything, is you can love someone truly, love a friend, care for them, but you must always, and I mean always, love yourself more. It's not narcissistic, it's not lacking empathy, it's respecting and valuing yourself. So if you have to remove that person, and I'm not even going to say if you have to, you should be removing people that are no longer in your physical life. About a year ago, and she reminded me yesterday, one of my dear friends and I had a conversation in a New York City train cart where we cried. We were completely honest, vulnerable, and thank God she was receptive to me communicating what I did. But she reminded me that she has been celibate for a year. And when I'm talking about celibacy, I'm not talking about liquor, I'm not talking about substances. I am talking about with no interaction with a man or woman. And she was telling me that this is the longest she's ever been celibate for. And it's the most beautiful thing because it has allowed her to reinforce the power within herself to actually have the capacity and the mental fortitude to pick the person that she is going to have in the future with a clear and healthy conscience. There is no baggage from anything previous, not because and not just because she did the healing, but she allowed the space. She allowed the space to be cleansed, the space for it to be cleansed out of her system. Because you can say that you're over something, you can say that you've truly done the work, the journaling, the therapy work to get over a relationship, get over a friendship, get over a really tough time in your life where you carried a lot of negative and heavy energy. And in retrospect, it can make sense, and steps to move forward are aligned, but it can still be there and it can still be triggered. Especially, let's speak about in a relationship. Let's say you got out of a past relationship that no longer served you, and then you enter another one, and you may understand why that past relationship went the way it did. You held accountability, you understand how not to move forward. You might trigger conversational wounds with the next person only because you didn't allow the time. Sorry about the New York City sirens. You didn't allow the time. We're just gonna let that pass. You didn't allow the time for it to be cleansed out of your body. It's not something at the top of your brain. It's not something that you're actively thinking about and comparing to. Because God knows no one's thinking about the first relationship they had. I hope not. Another point to our very therapeutic train cart conversation was the idea of having options and having a roster. We were on the opposite sides of the spectrum, in which I believed in the idea of not having one. If I met someone and I was intrigued by them, I would explore that connection. And if it moved forward, if it advanced forward, I didn't need to compare it to another person I was talking to value it, was my logic. Also, if it didn't work out, I will be completely and utterly fine by being alone and the lack of their presence. If I chose that was someone that no longer served me or someone that I was compatible with ultimately. I think the idea of options, especially in this generation, comes from one, the ability of not wanting to be alone or not knowing how to be alone, and two, the idea of not having the mental fortitude or conviction or knowledge or trust within yourself to decide if one person is for you without comparing it to A, B, C, D, on what the other men or the other woman can possibly offer for you. It should be more normalized that you should know what you want and that you should be able to acknowledge it when it comes knocking at your door without you having to be like, well, Tom did this and Nick did this and John did this. Who's the winner? Ding, 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 ding. No. Because as I hope a lot of you know, love and falling for someone and gaining love for someone is not something that you can quantify. And playing the quantity over quality game when it comes to relationships just doesn't serve you. A lot of the times, it just fills up to your capacity where you're blinded. You're filling up your life's capacity with people that no longer serve you, but because you need 2 or 3 people or whatever is your rule of thumb of the rotation of that roster needs to be, you're maintaining energy that needs to be cleared out. And because of that, the universe will never present you the person you actually need or want, because you're operating from a very lack mentality. You're operating from a very needy, desperate energy. And the universe recognizes this person can't be alone. So why the hell will I give them someone that is actually good for them? Because we please. We really need to redefine what having someone as a life partner really entails. Because social media glamorizes it to be someone you could take trips with, someone that, the flowers and the dates and the dinners and the adventures and yes, the hard work and the hard conversations, but to an extent. The person that is your true life partner is going to mirror your life and magnify your insecurities, magnifying the areas of improvement, magnifies everything that you are lacking in life to improve it. Because that is what an abundant partner does. And they would do that respectfully in a healthy manner. There might be bumps in the road. You might both F up due to past experiences, traumas, triggers. You may not present yourself in the best way every single time. And for that, we all need to allow the space and the forgiveness to our partner. But understanding that it's not about what they give you or that image that you have in your brain. It's about what they bring out of you. And I think a lot of times we get so lost in the game of it all that we forget, why are you actually searching for someone to spend your life with? Because experiences are fleeting and get tiring. You genuinely want to be able, as cliche as this sounds, to sit in a room with someone in silence and completely and utterly enjoy their presence. Because you know who they are, you appreciate the experiences you've been through, and the mirror that they were for you, and continue to be. And then continue to be there for you aside of it all. I think social media and our generation has completely derailed. But back to my conversation with one of my dear friends, she thanked me for one of the most, and this meant the world to me, she thanked me for one of the most transformative conversations she had last year, which was that train car conversation of me opening her eyes that having a roster is not respecting yourself. Having a roster is really not pushing you into the direction of finding that person. If not, it's derailing and inhibiting you from. Because again, you are operating from such a lack, from such a need. I don't know how else to word this. Meet someone, acknowledge their value through consistent time, share experiences and energy from both ends, and then decide if that person's for you. Not because the other Nick or the other Tom didn't behave up to the standard and, he's the clear winner. Well, what if in comparison, the one you chose is also shitty? But the only reason that he looks like such a winner is because you're playing the comparison game. You're playing the numbers game. Do you understand that? It's the only way I can explain this is if you've ever gone thrifting. Have you ever gone thrifting and you're with your friends and they're literally telling you you have thrift blindness because you're in a room full of junk, essentially, trying to find one or two things that align with you or in good quality and fit you. Do you know how hard that is? The faith, the blind and utter faith in going thrifting. And then you pick out 2 or 3 shirts and you're testing it out and your friend's looking at you like, and you're like, tell me if this actually looks good, and your friend's telling you you have thrift blindness because the only reason you find that shirt cute is because you're comparing it to the 4 or 5 other ones that you had on the rack that were also ugly. Does that mean you need to take the best out of 3? No, it means you take none. It means you take none. And that's the same thing with having a roster, and that's the same thing with men. Someone had to say it. Someone really had to say it. I'm saying all this because I want you guys to truly understand that capacity is a real thing. It is in every evolved or hippie person saying that we are infinite. If Beyonce has 24 hours in a day, oh, and she can do all that, why can't you? Respectfully, no. Respectfully, no. Respectfully, no. We're infinite up to an extent. We have a capacity. We do. And in order to get something to thrive and something to be the most optimal in our life, whether it's a relationship, a job, a friend group, how you nurture and love yourself, you need to carefully craft. You need to carefully pick. You need to be able to choose with conviction that that is for you. I want you to take this video and go home, or if you're home, take out your notebook and start auditing your life. Journal everything that you give energy to. Everything. The music, the job, the nonsense conversation, what you tap into with your friends, what you tap into in social medias, and even what you spend your time reading and researching. Audit that past year, if not 2, if not 3. And see if this next year you want to spend that same energy in those same spaces. Because that's exactly the same output every year you will have. We want to talk about different habits and different things and going to the gym more. The most transformative energy is in the details. In the details of what you're thinking about, what is taking your mental load. Stories. It's so funny because everyone talks about how the government's out to get you and it's all a distraction. You are spending hours of your day looking at other people's day and how they consume it through stories, videos, reels, I don't even know what. And then you think that it's just gonna empty out in your brain? No, it's gonna get registered. You're going to think about it, you're gonna churn on it, you're gonna then start comparing unconsciously or consciously. I don't want to hear it. People be like, oh no, I just see it and I just appreciate it. And what does that do for you? Why do you keep going back if you feel like you're not getting anything? Why do you keep tuning into that influencer's story or their life if it does nothing for you? No, you think you're going to gain something. You think you're going to learn something. And if not, it's going to give you something to talk about. And again, why do you want to be there? Why? I prefer to spend my time talking to and nurturing the lives of people around me instead of gossiping about the ones and the people that are not in it and that are not part of my life. A just abundant way to spend your time speaking. Share that light, share that love, share that clarity with the people around you, and spend that time thinking on how to improve others' lives, including your own. You know, the best thing about not having a roster, not dialing into gossip, underindulging in other people's lives through social media, is that it gives you the control and allows you the proper inner guidance to make decisions based on your own conviction, based on your inner knowledge. And a lot of our generation feels like they need to know more. And the reason why they don't take steps forward is because they don't trust themselves to have the conviction and the knowledge to do that. So they look elsewhere on who has the shiniest car, who has the shiniest home, who has the shiniest life, and how they can duplicate it. The most ignorant way to go about life is thinking that you are above everyone, but then compare yourself to everyone. Spend your life watching other people, but still feeling like you're above them. No, I am you. You are me. I am the girl down the street. I am my friends. I am just in a different version. I am in a different environment, but I am still made out of the same things my neighbors are made out of. And once you have that view in life that you, me, that person online that you look at have the same essence, you will trust yourself to make decisions for yourself. Trust that you've learned. And if you haven't learned something yet, you will. But it's not going to happen by overloading yourself with social media propaganda and people telling you things on how to live your life and when to live your life. Realign your mind. Trust yourself. Take out all the junk, and I'm telling you, all the answers are going to plop in your head. They're just going to, the little voice in your head is going to have a microphone. And she's going to be like, go left, go right, turn back, spin around, and you're going to trust her. And you're going to live your life with your inner guidance, your inner voice, your inner conviction. Isn't that so much more beautiful? It's so much more beautiful. And I love that for me, and I want that for you. I truly, 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 truly want that for you. I want to be able to walk around my city, multiple cities, and know that everyone's at peace, and know that everyone is happy, and know that everyone is following their life path with their own conviction and trusts themselves and guides themselves. That is the most beautiful thing. And that is why I made this video today. Compelled to share my little nuggets of information when it comes to really decluttering your life. Decluttering your life and making sure you have the capacity for abundance and reshifting things that are no longer aligning to you. Because truly and honestly, you got this. You got everything you need to move forward. And I know it's so funny because this is a saying that people say online. Everything you already need is already within. Yes, babe. Truly, it is. So stop comparing yourself to these girls online and these people online and wishing that is your life. Acknowledge that that may be something that you want. And if so, align your life to become it. It's as simple as that. But you're never going to get anywhere by going online and just looking at it, looking at it, looking at it, hating yourself, hating yourself, hating yourself. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Spend 5 days without social media. I personally no longer have Instagram. I now only have YouTube and TikTok. Only reasons I use TikToks are to research things, restaurants, reviews of things, also tap into a lot of the conversation my generation's having. I love it, but I limit myself. I don't follow people that I will be falling a prey to comparing myself or wishing to aspire, or those lifestyle people. I think it's toxic. I think it it really holds back the capacity that you can have in your life to attribute that information and that energy into other things. So truly, I love you guys all. Um, my I don't have anything else to say, but thank you for sticking by if you have made it to this part of the video. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully it reached someone that truly needed it. And if not, I know this served me to really reinforce in the things that I truly believe in. And thank you so much.